And you're probably wondering why I'm showing these off. Well, I think the news has been going on for about a week now. Andre Medows has talked about it. Pretty much everybody has talked about it. Hasbro, and that is Hasbro has bought the license to Mighty Morphin to the Power Rangers. And quite honestly, it is a bit of a surprise. And the thing is, we're not talking, oh, they just bought the license to, they just bought the rights to license the toys. No, we're talking the whole stock and barrel. We are talking legitimately. They have bought everything Power Rangers. Everything. Which means now they own the rights to Power Rangers. Which means pretty much they can do whatever they want with it. They can pretty much do whatever they want with the license. They can pretty much do whatever they want now with the license. They could pretty much license it any way they want. They could do anything they want to do with the property now. And so this news has got people excited, but at the same time, it's got them a bit worried. Because you see, everybody's kind of worried. Because you see, what's got them worried is exactly how is Hasbro going to preserve Power Rangers? You know, how is they going to make money off this franchise that's basically like one of the biggest franchises out there today? No matter how you feel about a lot of the recent incarnations, if you will, it's still one of the biggest franchises today. I mean, heck, you take a look at what I own here. The only thing I don't have is a replica of Saban or the Green Ranger coin to help complete this. But with that said, you know, a lot of people wonder exactly what the future holds for Power Rangers. And you know, it is a legitimate question. What does the future hold? What does the future hold for this franchise now that Hasbro owns it? Well, Andre pointed out a few things that could happen. Potentially could happen. You know, they could take this this property they now own, and they could market it with some of the other licenses. You know, he talked about the whole crossing it over with Transformers, and that would be a unique idea in its own right. I mean, pretty much when you look at it, the Zords are transforming robots anyway. it's a perfect marriage there when you think about it. And they could also take it a step further with that. They could. I think Hasbro has done this before. You could take it a step further by having the Rangers themselves transform into the Dinosaurs or whatever Zords are going on at that time. I mean, think about it. If you want to go nostalgic-wise and go with the Mighty Morphin line and decide, hey, let's take the Pink Ranger, Kimberly, and let's have her go from being a Pink Ranger to the Pterodactyl, that would sell. Because I think a lot of people have always had it in their minds that, have always had it in their minds that the next best thing besides morphine for these characters is for them to literally become the Zords. I'm just saying. But, the sky's the limit that now that Hasbro has the rights. And, some of us may agree with some of the decisions they'll go with, and some decisions they're going to make we may not agree with. Heck, Andre basically said straight, Andre Medows basically said it straightforward. If Hasbro decides to do a crossbreed, a crossover, marketing-wise, toy-wise, with, with My Little Pony, if they decide to do that, and release plushes or pony figures of the characters, of the Power Ranger characters as ponies, then he basically said he'll straight up buy those to collect them. I mean, think about it. Let me see, who can I use it as an example? Oops. Oh, there go a couple. Gotta pick them up. But think about it. You could have a pony, a Pink Ranger pony like this, and has a pterodactyl logo, or whatever logo the Pink Ranger has at that time, and you could be able to do this with the Pink Ranger, or Yellow Ranger, whatever the female Ranger is at that time. That would be unique. That would be something. Here, just setting them back up. But again, that would be something in the long run when you think about it. But again, like I said, that would be something in the long run when you think about it. Oops. I mean, heck, you could even have them license Funko to do figures like this with the Power Rangers. And Andre said if something like this was to happen, he'd buy it. The point is, like I said, the sky's the limit when it comes to Hasbro's licensing and ownership now of Power Rangers. Sorry. One question a lot of people have is, now that they own Power Rangers, what exactly will they, like television-wise, what will happen? And, hold on. I don't know who that is. Like I said in my last video, it's like school's getting out and everybody's just calling to do pranks or scams. It ain't working, folks, so get over it. But like I said, it's they literally can do anything. And like I was saying, people are wondering what will happen, like television-wise. And it's already been announced that Nickelodeon's got the Power Ranger series, no matter what incarnation we may get, over the next couple of years. However, that may all change. Hasbro owns the rights. Hasbro has a stake with Discovery Networks and Discovery Family, and has partnerships with Netflix and others. So Power Rangers location, television home may change even before that deal's up. They may be able to find a way to get out of that deal. But the point is, what is the future holding for like television? And I think the one thing a lot of people have been always wanting to see, and it's been parodied. In fact, there was one show, I can't think of the name right now, but it was a stunt guy or standby. It focused on this standby-like actor who would be called upon to take the place of a current actor or even actress when they would be injured or fall ill or something like that. And it was during this series run that they did a parody of Power Rangers in animated form. And I think even before that, or even after that, people started wondering what an animated Power Ranger series would look like. Because with animation, you can get away with a lot more when it comes to monsters, effects, spells, you name it. You could get away with a lot more. I mean, think about it this way. Everybody is a fan of like the goo girl kind of thing and all that, or the goo person kind of thing. Imagine them doing a story where the Power Rangers, or at least certain Rangers, get turned into goo. And even though they're now this goo, made of this goo substance, they're still themselves. However, the monster that turned them to goo needs to absorb the goo, the people they've turned to goo or into slime, to grow bigger and more powerful. And they, reluctantly, the Rangers that get turned into goo, have to obey that order and end up being absorbed, and the only way to save them is to destroy the monster or something like that. In animation, you can get away with that more so in live action. You could. So I think honestly a animated Power Ranger series is definitely something to look at. I really think an animated Power Ranger series is definitely something Hasbro's really got to consider, especially if they want to start crossing Power Rangers over with Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, Inhumanoids, Visionaries, if they want to do that. Gem maybe, heck, maybe even My Little Pony, Equestria Girls, who knows. They have to go the animated route. They have to do an animated series if they want to make those moments happen. As far as the movie goes, I think Hasbro may allow a sequel to be made. Hasbro's got a good working relationship with Lionsgate, so I would say definitely a sequel will be made. It just won't be right away. But if they really want to promote, hey, Power Rangers is now part of the Hasbro family, that would be a great route to go by doing the sequel and now having it under the Allspark Pictures company or division of Hasbro. That would be something in the long run for Hasbro to consider, because it would bring more name recognition to their Allspark Pictures brand if they were to release a sequel to the 2017 Power Rangers movie. I'm just saying, I think it would be something to really look into, but it's up to Hasbro to want to accomplish that goal. And we'll just have to wait and see what they do, but I think it's something they could really consider doing and really, pushing towards now that they have the license. As far as the comics go, I think Hasbro's going to let Boom Studios continue publishing the books, because you can't just allow a studio to promote this big mega multi-issue cross-issue event called Shattered Grid and then suddenly take it away from them and give it to somebody else. I think the comics are going to be okay, but I wouldn't put it past Hasbro that after Shattered Grid is done, that they might want to do a live action, if not maybe an animated adaptation of that storyline for Power Rangers in the future. So Shattered Grid, I definitely think is something they're going to really pay close attention to see how well that succeeds. And they may, if it succeeds well, they may decide to do a live action, if not animated adaptation of that storyline for Power Rangers. So I would keep a. So if I'm you, if I'm any kind of fan of Power Rangers, I would keep a close eye and close ear on that in the near future. I really would. Overall, I think, I know some people are worried about Hasbro screwing up sometimes franchises they may have, but I think honestly Hasbro's gonna. I think Power Rangers is going to be good. I think Power Rangers is in good hands. Hasbro has proven that they are willing to listen to the fans and be about the fans, and go back and basically give them what they know is good, or what the fans would acknowledge is good about a franchise. So I think Hasbro is going to do good I think Power Rangers is going to be done good by Hasbro in those sense, because I think Hasbro's going to now take Power Rangers and basically say, let's use this to give the fans what they want to see in the long run. So, and again, I could definitely see a lot of things happening. The legacy, these two things I started the video out with, the Dragon Dagger and the Morpher, are part of the Legacy line. I could see them doing that for Power Rangers. I could see them bringing out replicas of those things once again. And I can see them doing it for other Power Rangers series, like In Space, Lost Galaxy, Turbo, Time Force, Wild Force. RPM, Mega Force, you name it. Dino Thunder. I can see them bringing out replicas of the weaponry. I can see them bringing out maybe replica outfits for like Halloween and all that, and making it true to what you saw on television. I can see them doing that. So, I think the sky's the limit here. I really do. And we'll just have to wait and see what decisions they make. I mean, true, they're not going to make some of the best decisions, and not all of us are going to agree with it. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Now, the other thing I know people are concerned about is the conventions like Morphicon. What's going to happen with that? I think Morphicon's going to be okay. I think Power Morphicon's going to be alright for now. But I'm not going to put it past Hasbro to want to integrate and absorb that into HasCon in the coming year. So, if I'm you, if I'm anybody watching this, and I'm planning to attend HasCon, here's what I do. I listen closely to that Power Rangers panel, and if they say something about Power Morphicon, and they basically say during Power Morphicon during HasCon, that Power Morphicon is going to now be absorbed into HasCon, and that everything Power Morphicon was about will now be part of that, don't be surprised if that happens, but keep a close ear and eye out for that announcement, if it comes. It may even come at Morphicon for all we know. But yeah, overall I think, like I said, I know I sound like a broken record here, but I think Power Rangers is going to be in good hands. I think they're going to be fine. And again, the sky's the limit with Hasbro behind the wheels now, behind the driver's seat now. So we'll just have to wait and see what they do. But if you're a fan of Power Rangers and you've been a fan since beginning to now, or you're just getting into it, it is an exciting time to be a fan, because with Hasbro, expect the unexpected. Expect crossovers. Expect things you would never expect when it comes to them owning a franchise. So, really, that's all I'm going to say, folks, on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. I apologize for the phone ringing, and I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. I am out.